This is the Northern Territory, the huge slab of Australia that stretches from the central desert to the top end. From the croc-infested waters of the Arafura Sea to the country's biggest inland rock. It's a massive beat.
You might go somewhere to get a statement, which is 700 k's away.
Downtown Darwin has the youngest population in the country.
Can't move there.
And the wildest nightlife.
It sometimes gets pretty scary.
You do learn to know who's who in the zoo.
With the thermometer stuck on 30 degrees, something's got to give.
The build-up drives everybody nuts.
Where's the Crocodile now?
Keeping the peace in this Troppo town calls for a special breed of cop. And up here, they breed them tough.
It is one of the last frontiers. You only got to get in the water and something's bound to bite you.
Tonight, a young Probie bags his first croc.
I actually been bitten. It took 4 months to heal.
A paranoid pot smoker dobs himself in.
He is thinking that people are going to come out of the mirror and get him.
And a couple of blokes go at it hammer and tongues.
Just smash me for no reason.
Probationary Constable Warrick Baldwin is out on his regular afternoon shift. The young Probie counts himself lucky to have Senior Constable Sean Stanley around to show him the ropes.
I've learned a lot off Shaun. He comes with a lot of years of experience under his belt. He's a very hands-on police officer, a very good operator. So for me to be able to get put with Shaun as my senior partner early out of college, it's a great experience.
The boys are checking out a rolled car on the outskirts of town when an urgent call comes over the comms.
Intersection of Stuart, Highway, Warner Road.
Roger, 406 attending.
What was that job, boss?
Truck accident.
They make a fast U-turn. It looks like young Warrick is about to manage his first major traffic accident.
We might have to go lights and sirens, mate.
BKM 406.
And it's a nasty one. A truck has gone through a red light and cleaned up a motorbike rider. They swing into action.
Got an ETA on them at all? Yeah, 406, we got an ETA on the ambos. This intersection here is one of the major intersections in Darwin. It's nearly 5 o'clock and it's a fairly busy intersection with people coming home from work.
I'll just keep them in the one lane, eh?
Yeah.
That's our main priority at the moment, just keeping everything flowing, keeping everyone safe.
But the traffic is jamming up, so Shaun steps up the pace.
Yeah, 406 for the log. We're going to keep directing traffic through the red light here on this intersection because it's just a bank up of traffic. Warrick, you want to come up here for a sec? And even if it's red, keep bringing them through.
It's a huge responsibility, and the young Probie is understandably nervous.
You just don't know what you're going to face. As you know, we're in a busy intersection. It's peak hour traffic time. All eyes on us.
The boys clear a pathway for the ambos. The young Probie's getting the hang of it now.
Yeah, we did a lot on traffic management and things like that. So for myself, you know, in this situation where I'm at the moment, I feel quite comfortable. Just keep assessing, reassessing, constantly looking around, watching your back, making sure everything around you is okay.
Injuries at this stage is broken right ankle and maybe a further fracture of the right wrist. Nil head injuries.
We'll just stop them when once they get this guy out, eh?
Yeah.
With the injured rider on his way to hospital, the boys have one more job to do.
We'll get this bike and we'll get it off, eh?
Okay. Thank you. Where are we taking it, Shaun?
We'll just take it straight through over here.
Lean it up against this trio.
Yeah.
Minutes later, traffic is flowing again, and the boys are back on the road. But it's been thirsty work.
Whoa, that's too bloody hot.
Oh.
It's the perfect time of day to head down to the river. all in the line of duty, of course. The locals up here love to fish, so patrolling the waterways is a big job for the cops.
This particular area here is Buffalo Creek. It's pretty popular, as you can see, with the locals here. And they come down here on the ingoing and outgoing tide. And yeah, they catch bream and barramundi and salmon. G'day, mate, how are you? Good. So who's cooking dinner tonight? You or the wife?
Maybe the wife.
The wife?
If I'm good enough.
Yeah. Can I have a look at your salmon?
Shaun and Warrick are both keen fishermen, but they're not down here to loaf around. Their job is to make sure the fish going into the bucket are within the legal size limit.
Can't beat a feed of crabs, eh?
Have you got the your size limit there? No worries. Okay, what does it say for male? 13 centimetres, yeah? Yeah. And female, 14 centimetres. Okay, he's well and truly legal, that one. And this one's angry, isn't he?
Shaun decides to give the cranky crab the benefit of the doubt.
I reckon he's legal anyway, that one. I can see that one's legal as well. No worries, life jacket, water, fuel. Yep. Well done. Go home and have a good feed. Good on you, gents. Thanks very much.
Thank you, eh?
Cheers.
They also make sure folks are aware of the dangers lurking in every river, creek and swamp up here.
Always got to be wary of crocodiles and that here, and stingers and jellyfish. So it's always important that we keep the kids and that away from the water's edge, and always be on the lookout for crocodiles. Well, most locals understand that crocodile attacks are a real possibility in the territory.
With the sun slipping into the Arafura Sea, the boys make their way back to town. They pick up a job along the way. A woman has been seen wandering along a lonely stretch of highway.
Yeah, we just received a phone call from our supervisor just letting us know that there's a young lady semi-clothed. She's just running down the road, apparently. And we'll go and have a look.
How's your night been?
She's looking for a mobile phone.
Where'd you lose it?
Here.
Where have you been tonight? There you go.
Thank you.
Absolute pleasure.
The cheeky young lady is extremely grateful.
Save myself $300.
She calls her boyfriend to come and pick her up.
You know, it never ceases to amaze you that a young girl like that, wearing just about next to nothing, getting around by herself.
5587 BCAM, did you copy over?
Then a call comes in from another car in urgent need of backup. The boys' services are required to wrangle a croc who's crawled out of the swamp and made his way onto the Stuart Highway. By all accounts, the deadly reptile is terrorising their fellow coppers. Warrick, Baldwin and Sean Stanley head out of town to wrangle a croc that's wandered onto the highway. Young Probie Warrick is glad to have Shaun in the driver's seat.
I was a fishing guide before I joined the job, and I actually been bit in my left hand. It took actually 3 to 4 months to heal properly. Quite often during the build-up to the wet, we get a bit of rain. The creeks will start to swell up, and these animals start moving into areas where they're not usually kept. And every now and again, they walk across a road.
The boys spot the cop car flashing its warning lights. But the deadly croc is a bit harder to see. It's not quite the man-eating reptile the boys were expecting.
Why didn't you pick him up? Watch commander was obviously out and about. He's seen the crocodile and he's rung Parks and Wildlife. While we're waiting, we'll grab hold of this little fella, tape him up and hand him to the wildlife staff. You right, Woz?
Let's see how jittery he is. You can see those teeth are razor sharp.
Hang on. I'll just put this on him.
Then the baby croc makes a run for it.
Hang on. He's not very happy.
You upset him, Shaun. You got that gaffer tape?
He's going, what's all this commotion with these lights and that? And this croc, roughly be about 2 years old. He's a salty. He's a healthy looking one. You're all right, little fella.
Shaun successfully wrangles the aggro little critter. But it's the watch commander who gets the trophy shot.
There you go, boss. Get you a good side.
I've got a soft spot for crocs. I was married to one for 20 years.
It looks like Senior Sergeant Smith has saved this one, and we'll hand him over to Parks and Wildlife, and I dare say he'll go to the crocodile farm and either end up as an attraction or a handbag.
It's been a day of firsts for young Probie Warrick.
Just another day in the life of territory cop, was it?
That's it. That's what we love. That's what I love about the job. There's something different every day. From catching crocs to road accidents, could be anything.
All in a day's work.
It's 3 p.m. over at Darwin Central, and Constables Terry Fowler and Daniel Keelan are getting geared up for the afternoon shift.
The one thing I love about policing would be the job diversity. You can't pick what's going to happen from 1 minute to the next. You can be sitting in the office and then next second it's all go, go, go.
Terry Fowler, who's been called Chook for as long as he can remember, comes from the West. Born and raised in Perth, he did a stint in the army before becoming a territory cop.
Fell in love with Darwin, the tropics, the climate, the laid-back lifestyle of it all.
A storm is sweeping across Darwin as Chook and Dan head out. Their first call comes in.
We've got traffic offence, traffic hazard.
A bloke has been seen driving dangerously in an industrial area.
Driver, a white Mitsubishi Magna. Vehicle will appear to be driven by an intox driver. Vehicle's driver and gutter, but it looks like the male's flaked out on the steering wheel.
In typical territory fashion, the cloudburst is over as quickly as it started. Pretty soon, the boys spot the white car pulled over with its motor running. The driver seems to be asleep at the wheel.
There you go, mate. Police, how are you? What's going on with you?
Hey?
What's going on with you?
I've got a headache and sore neck, bro.
You been drinking at all today?
No.
Nothing at all? All right, mate, just sit still. Just going to do a random breath test, all right? Sit still.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, nice steady breath. Just keep blowing until I tell you to stop. Stop. You just got a driver's license on you there, mate?
It's obvious the bloke isn't too steady on his feet.
When was the last time you slept?
Oh, well, I did Sunset Kitchen last night. Got to bed about 5:30 and then woke up 7, had to start to get back into it again. So. But that's the joys of having your own business, man. We try to work around it, but everyone wants everything done yesterday.
Can understand that, mate, but a bit of a danger to yourself and other road users, eh?
That's why I stopped.
Yeah. Might be better if someone comes and picks you up, mate, eh? He's got his own cleaning business and he's worked all last night as well and he's worked all day today. He's just tired. We put him on the alkalizer and he's blown 0, and he doesn't appear to be under the effect of any drug either. He's just ringing his mum now to come and pick him up and so we can get him off the road and hopefully he'll get a good night's sleep.
But like the weather, things can change quickly. While Chook and Dan are waiting for the weary worker to organise a ride home, an urgent call comes in.
Roger, 10 details.
Yeah, Roger, complaints in his bedroom believes somebody's broken into his unit.
There's an intruder's on, which means that somebody's broken into the house but the occupants are still home.
The terrified caller is trapped in the house with the intruder. Dan puts his foot down. Backup is not far behind.
Unlawful entry. Did you ring up? Yeah.
While Chook goes into the house, Dan checks out the front courtyard. Chook suspects the man isn't thinking straight.
He's off his chops.
And he soon discovers why.
What's in that?
A call from the station confirms that the man is familiar to police. It's possible that he's been overindulging in some weed from his front garden and is suffering from a severe case of paranoia.
We're going to look at executing a search warrant very shortly and going through the rest of the house.
The son has well and truly disappeared by the time the warrant arrives.
Just go in and get him out, sit him down here.
But the same can't be said for the smoker's paranoia.
You have a drill out there?
No, there's no drill. There's no one drilling, all right? We've been here since we first saw you. There's been no one drilling. Come and take a seat out here, mate. You have my word, there's only 4 police officers in here and that's it.
While Chook and Dan continue to question the paranoid smoker, Senior Constable Simon Moss collects evidence of the bloke's unusual hydroponic setup.
It's going to be obviously taken as an exhibit back to the station.
The cannabis haul is starting to mount up, and there's evidence that the man may be making a tidy profit from his courtyard crop.
We found some cash in the house as well, in $50 denomination, so that sort of says something that possibly selling.
It seems Chook and the team have cooked this dope smoker's goose.
The gentleman's given a drug infringement notice for the plant and material. Any more offences he can be taken to court. But he is a bit paranoid as well, thinking that people are going to come out of the mirror and get him when we're inside. So a bit silly calling police to say there's intruders on, and then we find all that inside the house.
Chook and Dan just get back on the road when they get a call about a man who's been stabbed.
At the moment, we've got a male who's apparently been in a altercation with his missus. I think she's pulled a knife and stabbed him in the leg. Not sure where she's gone. The bleeding's profusely.
We came 405, we found the victim on a corner of Pratt Road.
Chook checks out the gash in the man's leg and immediately suspects he may have a severed artery. If the ambos don't get here pronto, this man could bleed to death.
Need that pressure on it, eh?
Yeah, but leave it.
Yeah, I know it hurts. I don't mean to. Need that pressure on it.
Chook and Dan have raced to the aid of a man who's been stabbed in the leg. Chook suspects the knife has opened an artery, so he keeps his hand on the wound to stem the flow of blood. The ambos roll up and it's not a minute too soon.
I don't know.
Yeah, apparently it's squirting, so apparently I haven't lifted it yet, but apparently it's squirting. Keelan, can you come and hold this?
Yeah, buddy.
I'm right.
You gotta put him on.
Listen, I want you to have some oxygen at the moment, okay? So you really need a bit of blood, all right? What was it with?
Stabbed with a knife. Where'd you get stabbed?
Sailing club.
Sailing club.
And you walk up
all
here.
the way here.
How far away is the sailing club from?
About 2K.
If the man has walked from the sailing club 2 k's away, then he may have lost a dangerous amount of blood. They need to get him out of here fast.
Grab his legs. Grab his legs. We'll lift you up. We'll lift you up. You're right.
Steady. Come on, lean back now.
Lean back. There you go, look at that.
That breast.
Awesome.
Put up.
No, I don't know. I was here all the time.
All right, moved in.
Who did this?
They're going to chase over the same.
Who's they?
With the man on his way to hospital, Chook and Dan question his relatives about the incident.
We've been given a name, so that will allow us to do some further follow-up and investigate the matter further. With Indigenous issues, you've got to be more culturally sensitive, but we work closely with the community and we get some rapport with them and learn their ways and learn a lot off them as well.
Senior Constable Tammy Watson and Constable Sean Hill are cruising Mitchell Street as part of the Friday night City Safe Patrol. Tammy is Brisbane born and bred.
Look, I've been in Darwin as a police officer for about 6.5 years and loved every bit of it. Definitely enjoy the action stuff. It's one of the reasons I became police officer. Coming to Darwin was an absolute culture shock. Walking down the main street of Darwin, Mitchell Street, and the pubs, the clubs, just the concentration and the people. OK, you heading home now? Early on in the night, it's a lot more fun and games. People can actually hold a decent conversation with you and we can have a good time.
Sean comes from an Aboriginal, Chinese and Irish background. A local boy who came out of the academy a year ago, Sean wears the khaki with pride.
My mother passed away when I was 8, so we had a father who was a proud man. He's since passed away. He worked for the government as a surveyor, and he used to say, you know, I hope one day we boys can earn good money and have a good job. So, you know, having this job, having the perks, having the lifestyle, I think that's the whole package.
Tammy and Sean are making their presence felt outside the clubs when a call comes in about an assault.
Just off to McDonald's, City, report of an armed person with a hammer attacking another person across the road.
How are you, sir? You all right?
No, I'm not.
No, you're not. Where'd he hit you?
He just attacked me for no reason.
What'd he hit you with?
Just
Don't know?
smashed me for no reason.
OK. Have you got the ID on you at all? Yeah, just get that out for us, hey? John, just stay talking to the officer here for me for a second.
Tammy goes off to investigate. 2 other officers on the scene have searched the suspect's bag. The case takes a very nasty turn.
What's going on up there?
Oh, he's saying I might hit him.
Yeah, there's a hammer in there.
Is it?
Do you want it from here?
Yeah, we're up. You guys back off?
Yep.
Thanks, guys.
All right.
Clearly, the suspect is pretty hammered himself.
7.
Have you got any ID in here?
Yes, mate. It's a brand new wallet today. So,
okay. I'm right to get it out then, hey?
Right there, mate, right there.
Back in the garden bed, Shaun is getting the victim's side of the story.
If you're not feeling too well, mate, just sit down, it's all right. The last thing we want is you to fall over again. It's all right, he's been dealt with already. Do you think you need an ambulance?
One look at the victim and the suspect sees red.
No,
Hey,
someone's walking past, mate.
Calm down. Calm down.
I was just minding my own business.
And what happened?
And that drug and dumb.
What happened?
Nah, don't worry about it.
What did he do?
What happened, mate?
What did he do? Stop.
Stay there.
Put him down.
Feet up in there.
Stand up.
Hurry up.
There you go. There's your hand back. Stop. Don't resist. Hop in. I've got this.
Not resistant, mate.
All right. Take a seat.
But the victim refuses to back down.
Stay away.
Sit down, mate.
Come and sit down.
Stay.
Okay?
Just have a seat, mate.
Hold on to me like that.
Wait, mate,
Come
just
sit
sit down. Sit down. Have a yarn with you, mate. Tell us what happened. Where you...
Do you know him?
I'm just going home.
Yep.
And he just picked on me and just bashed me for no reason.
Okay. The officer's going to get your details and we might drop you off there, head to sleep. Okay? And we can come talk to you in the morning about what's going on, all right? What we don't need you doing is arcing up. Okay? So just stay calm for me. Give the officer your details. Okay?
Thank you.
All right. Do you want to take a seat again?
Thank you.
All right. Come on. Come take a seat. All right.
Just
Have you got
hit me
someone?
on the head.
Yeah. That's no good, eh?
Kicked me for no reason.
All right.
Tammy wonders if there's more to this victim's story than meets the eye.
So what started it?
I was going home
Thanks, mate.
and he just picked on me.
Just picked on you?
And he's a loser.
Yeah, okay. We get these officers to take you home for the night, sleep off, picked on you for no reason.
Yeah.
People do that a lot, don't they?
She chats to a bouncer who witnessed the attack.
Come back around because I just patrolled the building.
Yep.
The other guy's in the garden and the other guy's going off at him, swinging a hammer.
Okay.
That's when I called you guys.
It seems the vicious assault was random after all.
He's never expected it to happen, and I think he swallowed his pride a little bit because he wanted to have a crack at the other guy still.
But why the bloke armed himself with a hammer remains a mystery.
A lot of times it can be for work purposes. We'll have to find out what his reason was for having the hammer. And if he hasn't got a lawful reason, then we may end up with him in court.
Down at the watch house, Tammy checks in with the aggro suspect before opening the cage.
How you feeling, Nick? You all right? All right, hey, just sit up on one of the seats for me while I get you out, eh? Thanks, mate.
Josh Streeter and Shaun are close by, watching her back.
All right, nice and calm there. All right. Okay, slide up front. All right, the back of this case.
The suspect will cool off overnight in the cells while the case is investigated further.
All right, yep, too easy. No, you're all right. Just be calm, we'll be good.
I am very calm.
Yeah, you are now. Go take a seat down there, mate.
Jobs like this keep Tammy on her toes.
When you do have someone trying to grab you, the fear is there, but you've got a job to do and you've got to make sure that your safety is paramount and that of your partners.